right, race fans, we have action on the Speedway. We've got our first car out for the first A feature of the night once again. The California 305 Regional Sprint Car Division. 7 cars going 25 laps for our first feature of the night. First car on track is the number 36 machine, the King Racing Products entry. And he's starting on the pole here for our first A feature from Fresno, California, the 36B of Kevin Barnes Sr. Outside of the front row from Kerman, California, driving the number 3 machine, that is Anthony Pombo. So your front row is Kevin Barnes Sr. and Anthony Pombo. On the inside of row number 2, the 23T machine of George Tristio. George Tristio Jr., the 23T. To his outside of row number 2, the number 18 machine from Kingsburg, California, that is Lance Jackson. Inside of row number 3, the number 2 of Davey Pombo. He's from Kerman, California as well. And to his outside, the 11T of Tyler Henson. Final car, starting scratch on the field from Hanford, California, 81A machine of Jeremy Alves. And that'll be your 7-car field. Only 25 laps for the first A feature of the evening. Once again, Santa Maria Speedway brought to you by Toyota of Santa Maria. Big time shout out to Brand Creative as well. API Waste Services. Big time shout out to Main Electric Supply in the house here tonight. Showing support for the 37 machine of Chad Weber in the IMC England Sport Mod Division. King Construction, King Concrete and Construction. Also in the building here tonight, the young gun, the pride and joy of the King family, is racing his Sport Mod here tonight. Babbage Construction, always supporting dirt oval racing here on the Central Coast here at the Santa Maria Speedway. Toast Grading and Paving. Road Radios, V. Lopez Jr. and Sons. So we are getting closer and closer. If this is your first time to the Santa Maria Speedway, the little ticker on the scoreboard over there on turns 3 and 4 counts down. So right now it's got that 25 on the board. So each and every time the cars cross that start-finish line, the laps will start to wind down. So starting with lap number 25. Current points, we've got some cars missing in the top 10 for the 305 regional sprint cars. Davey Pombo's in the top spot from Kerman. Then you pick up Tyler Henson, Phil Heinen, Kyle Rasmussen, both those drivers not in the building. Reno Felicioni in the top 5. He's not here as well. Pilots the 15 305 original sprint car. The 36B of Kevin Barnes Sr. He's here. He's sitting 6th in the point standings over George Tristio Jr., Anthony Pombo, Lance Jackson, and Joe DeLisle rounding out your top 10. So you can see the 3 machine of Anthony Pombo. He was our most recent winner. He picked up heat race win number 2. Not main winner, not the feature winner. But here tonight, he picked up the second heat for the 305 regional sprint cars here tonight. See if he can pick up right where he left off. He's going to start on the front row, outside front row for Anthony Pombo. So once again, tonight's free live stream on flowroad.co is our test trial for John Candy Live. John Candy Live looking to bring dirt track racing to you in 2026. So you guys are the brand new addition to John Candy Live. Is a free stream on flowroad.co. Dealing with some internet issues right now, so we do have some things to work on for our next stream. But it's all downloaded on the hard drive, so we'll be able to get that out to you at a later date at good speeds and all edited and all the good things. Make sure you go follow John Candy Live on all the social media platforms and on YouTube. So all 7 cars on the racing surface just waiting on the word to light the fires under the bellies of the 305 regional sprint cars. Just waiting on the word. Got to clear that one quad down the back straightaway. You can see all of those nice vehicles with the tires down there in the hot lane in 3 and 4. So if any repairs are needed to be made during the race, if a caution comes out for a vehicle that may have a tire down or something of that nature, you'll see all that work being done right there on the inside of turns 3 and 4. So the all too familiar number 4x4 push vehicle here at the Santa Maria Speedway. Great to see that vehicle. Once again, an honor and a privilege to be here at the Santa Maria Speedway for the second time in 2025. This is about my 50th race of the 2025 season through all different divisions and platforms and locations of racing, from RC racing to dirt oval racing at Santa Maria Speedway, the Bakersfield Speedway, up and down California. But this place, something special indeed. Pat Cusack and all the fine folks at Toyota of Santa Maria has brought this place back to life and in a real way. Especially all you fans out there packing the stands. It's great to see Dirt Oval alive and well here in the Central Coast. So the way it breaks down, courtesy of Quick Change Liquid Energy. $1,000 to the winner here tonight, $800 for second, third gets $500, and $400 to start. That's right, $400 to start for the 305 regional sprint cars, and $1,000 to win with just 7 cars. So you got a 1 in 7 chance of picking up the victory here tonight, taking home a $1,000 courtesy of Quick Change Liquid Energy. So there they are, Cars and Stars of 305 regional sprint cars. Start to take form behind the Santa Maria Speedway pace truck, flying the red, white, and the blue. On the inside of the front row, the 36P machine, that is Kevin Barnes Sr. from Fresno, California. To the outside, the 3 of Anthony Pombo. Inside of row number 2, the 23T of George Tristio Jr. And to his outside, the 18 of Lance Jackson. Inside of row number 3, Davey Pombo from Kerman, California, driving the number 2. And to his outside, the 11T of Tyler Henson. Row number 4, all by his lonesome. That's the 81A machine of Jeremy Owls from Hanford, California. That's your 7 cars going 25 laps for your first feature of the night here at the Santa Maria Speedway. Nudge your neighbor, make that friendly wager. Who's going to pick up the victory here tonight for the first A main event? Will it come from the front row? Will it be Kevin Barnes Sr.'s, or will it be Anthony Pombo? We are showing them a 1 to go at the line. Pace truck will be coming off the racing surface down the back straightaway and will be set to go for 305 sprint car racing action. Nice pace down the back straightaway. They're set up nice and even on the grid. Kevin Barnes Sr. coming to the line off of turn number 4. Green flags in the air. Great start for the number 3 machine around the outside, but here comes Kevin Barnes Sr. to the inside, leading them side by side down the back straightaway to turn number 3. Off of turn number 4, Kevin Barnes Sr. leads lap number 1. Nose to tail through 1 and 2. Tristio Jr. in the 23T taking a peek to the inside of Pombo down the back straightaway. It's still the 36 machine out front of Kevin Barnes Sr. Tristio misses his marks up there on the high side of turns 3 and 4. Number 3 of Anthony Pombo in tow. Side by side for third, Anthony Pombo and Davey Pombo. Davey Pombo gets the spot that time by Davey Pombo down to the bottom side, working in turns 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway into turns 1 and 2. Out front, it's all the 36B. Average lap times 14.160 this time by for your leader, 14.353. Bit of a slip that time for the 36 machine off a turn in number 2. Down the back straightaway, Tristow Jr. now all over the backside of Kevin Barnes Sr. Ripping the lip in 3 and 4. Off of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, Kevin Barnes Sr. for now. But here comes George Tristeo Jr. Tristeo down to the bottom side. Now here comes a move from the 23T. Hooking the inside berm a little bit in the mid-valley pipe and supply machine. Trying to find a way around Kevin Barnes Sr., but Kevin Barnes Sr. is holding tough right now in the 36B. BMS Motorsports 36 machine glowing that rear rotor into turns 1 and 2, but here comes Tristeo to the inside. George Tristeo into the berm on the bottom side of turns 3 and 4. Can't quite get there this time by. 10 down, 15 to go. The man on the move, Anthony Pombo, make it Davey Pombo driving the number 2 machine. He is reeling in your leaders. A bit of a bobble that time. Diamonding the corner goes Tristow. Tristow trying to make the advantage coming off of turn number 4. Now Diamond's coming off of turn number 2. Finds the moisture down the back straightaway. We've got a new leader. Tristeo to the top spot here on lap number 14. Make it 13 remaining, just past the halfway point. 12 down, make it 13 down, 12 remain. Tristeo and the 23T off down the back straightaway. Already a straightaway lead for the 23T machine. Kevin Barnes now the pressure from a Davey Pombo. Now reeling in that battle is the 11T of Tyler Hinson. Off the Speedway, Anthony Pombo driving the 3. Anthony Pombo to the infield. That's going to do it for the number 3 machine. But out front, the 23T is rocking and rolling as he works off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway to turn number 3. Kevin Barnes Sr. running second. Davey Pombo, Tyler Hinson, Jeremy Alves, and Lance Jackson. Pombo, best battle on the track over into turn number 2 as the rotor still glowing off the backside of Kevin Barnes Sr. But here comes Pombo. Pombo up to P2. Move made down the back straightaway back to the top side for the number 2 machine. Davey Pombo overtakes the second spot officially with 8 to go. Barnes now, here comes Tyler Hinson all over the backside of Barnes. Hanson trying to find that moisture off the bottom side of turn at number 4. Searching high and low, goes to the bottom side. This time it turns 1 and 2. Slider served. Barnes bumps back to the 4th spot. Your leader out front and running away with this one. He's got a straightaway lead over the number 2 of Davey Pombo. That equates to a 5.8 second advantage with 5 to go. Up to the top side goes the 23T off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway goes into 3 and 4. George Tristeo Jr. Tristeo trying to get it done here tonight. 4 to go. Average lap times 13.9 for the young man. Driving the 23T out of Tulare, California. Flat right rear tire for your leader, George Tristeo. 3 laps remain. Will he keep going? Will it stay green right now? The difference from your leader was 6.5 seconds, but you can see the ill-handling 23T with a flat right rear tire down the front straightaway. Going to the high side of turns 1 and 2. 2 laps remain. Here comes Pombo for the lead. Davey Pombo off at turn number 2 overtakes the lead, and the caution has not come out yet as the 23 remains out on the racing surface. George Tristeo. White flags in the air. Tristeo's going to limp it home for the final lap as we come into turns 3 and 4. Davey Pombo wins the Heartbreak here tonight at the Santa Maria Speedway. Tyler Henson comes home second. Kevin Barnes Sr., George Tristeo is going to go home fifth, and Jeremy Alves will be fourth. Heartbreak for the 23T of George Tristeo. Had an over 6-second lead with 3 to go. Cuts a right rear tire, giving the win to the number 2 of Davey Pombo. What a turn of events for the California 305 Sprint Car Series here at the Santa Maria Speedway. Clean and green for all 25 laps of our first A feature of the night. Pombo getting it done for Kerman, California. The 36B of Kevin Barnes Sr. coming home third. Tyler Henson was your second place finisher, 2.2 seconds back from the winner, Davey Pombo. Jeremy Alves scored fourth, and rounding out the top 5, George Tristeo Jr. in that 23T machine. So Pombo and that M&L Plumbing Company entry is getting up and out of that vehicle. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll send it down to Mike Patterson.
All right, here comes your winner, the 2 Davey Pombo. What a great run, man. That was a tough one out here. You know, that 23T had it going. You were catching him, and all of a sudden, you know, next thing you know, he's having issues. You had survival of the fittest out here.
Yeah. No, he had the field covered tonight. I bent the car in the first heat race, and my car was in a bind, and I don't know. I just pretty much was settled in a second. He had us covered tonight.
Well, I know you can't do this all on your own. Your family always comes out and tries to support you. Who you also you want to thank on this vehicle?
Brad Downing Performance Engines, M&L Plumbing, my wife, my kids, my family, and friends. Special thanks to Quick Change Energy. They support this class a lot, and they're a lot of the reason why we're at this racetrack.
All right, give it up for your winner, Davey Pombo, in the number 2 machine. Let's see, where's Mr. Barnes at? Where'd he go? Come on over here, Kev. Well, congratulations, hard fought, you know, second place finish there. You know, you got to be able to battle it out, or excuse me, third place finish, but you're able to battle it out. Get back up here, another podium for you in this beautiful machine.
Yeah, appreciate all the fans coming out here tonight and supporting our series. Thank you very much. And I'd like to give it up to Quick Change Liquid Energy, Kings Racing, BR Motorsports, Kevin's Towing, D&B Towing, and Lawrence Racing Engines.
All right, well, congratulations on another third place finish out here. 36B. All right. I still love the hat, man. Still love the hat. Bolt up, baby. All right. You got it out here one more time. You know what? I'm just going to hand it to you.
I'd like to thank Fresno Concrete and Construction, the Almond Company, Ray Mahana's Custom Body and Paint, Bears Mow Repair, Botello Farms American Racer, Tires, Quick Change Energy Drink, and my dad for making all this happen.
All right, that's Tyler Hansen in the T coming home second. What a great run for the I'm looking at mini stocks next, correct, Candy?
That's what we got, Mr. Patterson. We got mini stock